Hello and thanks for joining us. 4 people were arrested by Brooklyn Center Police on Monday after firing gunshots in broad daylight. According to the police department, gunshots were reported around 2 p.m. in the 5800 block of Drew Avenue. Officers recovered several firearms and found evidence of at least 7 rounds being fired. Luckily, no one was hit. Several people were detained at the scene and 4 were booked into the Hennepin County Jail. Police say they aren't looking for additional suspects and they don't believe this was a random incident. In other public safety news, a Maple Grove police officer has been bumped up to a new leadership role. Sergeant Andy Sandberg was sworn in this week as deputy chief of the Maple Grove Police Department. He spent 20 years with the department, serving as an officer, detective, and in other leadership roles. 2 new officers also took the oath of office this week. Jacob Monsma and Peter Stiefel are both new additions to the department's patrol staff. A current member and a former member of the Robbinsdale Area School Board are having their day in court. Former Robbinsdale School Board member Sharon Brooks sued current member Renee Bowman for defamation in civil court. Brooks was censured twice by the school board before she resigned in February. In her court filings, Brooks claims that Bowman forced her to resign and slandered her character. She's requesting $20,000, a public apology from Bowman, and that she be ordered to leave public office. The case is being argued in front of a jury this week. The SNAP program helps low-income families supplement their grocery budget, but local hunger relief leaders say that help is about to drop significantly. Those leaders and Representative Kelly Morrison held a news conference at Second Harvest Heartland to raise awareness of SNAP cuts and how that affects Minnesotans. Morrison, who represents Minnesota's 3rd congressional district, says the recently passed One Big Beautiful bill is the reason for those cuts.
They're cutting SNAP, canceling $1 billion in food assistance aid, and driving the cost of groceries up, making it harder for Americans to get by, and harder for even our food assistance programs to make sure nobody falls through the cracks.
Morrison says she was there to ask her Republican colleagues to change their priorities. She also asks her Democratic colleagues to communicate concerns with their constituents. Mesa Siebert, the SNAP Outreach Program Manager from Second Harvest Heartland, told media this affects many people within the state.
Currently, 450,000 Minnesotans rely on SNAP each month to purchase food. But SNAP dollars don't even cover the full cost of a full month's dietary needs. The One Big Bill will worsen this gap.
Siebert says there is not enough food at food banks to make up for those gaps, and expenses could be shifted to Minnesotans. Good news for West Metro fairgoers. Maple Grove Transit is offering bus service to the Minnesota State Fair again this year. Buses will run between the fair and the transit station on weekends. They'll be available every 30 minutes from 8 in the morning until midnight. Parking is free at the transit station. Administrator Mike Opatz says the offering is very popular and he expects a full lot.
If we can offer a bus service, it's just a great service. It really makes people's lives a lot easier just to provide that commuting service to and from the state fair.
You can pay the $6 fare in exact cash or use the Metro Transit app. Also returning from last year, Metro Transit kiosks. You can buy your round-trip ticket for the bus at the Maple Grove Transit Station. Just check out the kiosk at the loading dock. Dozens of pets at the Animal Humane Society in Golden Valley are up for adoption, but there's one dog in particular who's taking a little longer than normal to find her forever home.
I do want her to be able to find a home and not have to sleep here every night. And I love seeing her every day, but I know she needs to go somewhere for the rest of her life.
She is talking about Phyllis, a 2-year-old American Staffordshire Terrier mix. Phyllis's original owners surrendered her to the Humane Society in April because she wasn't getting along with another dog in the home. Most dogs are adopted within 20 days of arrival, but Phyllis has been at the shelter now for more than 100 days, which isn't typical. Staff members say she doesn't like being approached when she's eating or playing with a toy, but is an otherwise loving animal.
She loves people, and we haven't seen her show any sort of aggression to our camp counselors, our kids, our staff, anything like that. So we know that she'll be a wonderful dog for somebody if she just finds that right home.
The adoption fee for Phyllis is $490. We have a link to her adoption page at ccxmedia.org. Leaders in Hennepin County have a goal of reducing waste. Specifically, they'd like to divert 90% of waste away from landfills and incinerators and use those materials for other things. It's one reason why they've stepped up efforts to get residents and businesses on board with organics recycling. I got an update on their progress. Everyone produces trash, but there are things people can do to not produce as much of it.
We have 2 compost sites in the metro.
And it's Kirsten Wahlberg's job to help folks know their options.
If people feel like they just need to do something for the environment or the future generations, composting, we say, is the low-hanging fruit.
Organics consists of things like food waste and napkins, just to name a few. It makes up 25% of what we throw in the trash.
We don't want to be sending that material to a landfill. And so if it goes to a landfill, it's going to create some potent greenhouse gas emissions.
It's why the county is on a mission to get people and businesses to recycle their organic materials.
We recommend getting a countertop bin.
From 2023 to 2024, Wahlberg says there's been a 30% increase in organics recycling participation.
Cities are getting into compliance, or cities are trying to expand their education and outreach as well. So yeah, we're really pleased with where things are at for organics.
When organic materials are picked up, they're taken to one of 2 sites in the metro where they break down over the course of 6 to 9 months and become compost. Now the goal is to get more people on board.
I am very encouraged about what the next 10 years is going to look like, and I'm very hopeful that next year we're going to see even more organics tonnage.